What's up, crew? We are just leaving the D23 Disney Experiences Showcase. Let's check out some of the things that Disney announced tonight. Before we get into it, let's talk first about the entertainment showcase. Last night was 3 hours long, and the showcase tonight for the experiences was only 2 hours long. Had a lot of musical numbers and some bleed over because they announced like 3 different television shows as well tonight as far as entertainment during the experiences. So not a lot going on here. So in the experiences upgrades, we'll get into it real quick. I will say there are some experience things that we already knew about. They just kind of put a name on it. Some experiences that we, I don't know, I don't want to see happen. And then some experiences I do want to change. And so as we go through the next short clips, I'll be spouting off quickly as I can some information about each one. So let's check it out. An amazing opening number by Neil Patrick Harris led to them showing off some Imagineers. And then we talked about 2 TV shows that were being released on Disney Plus in the coming years by iWorks. And then they announced that the French Space Mountain would be returning to its Jules Verne theme. Following that, they announced that Japan's Tokyo Disney would be called Earthrise. And then they announced they were destroying Spaceship Earth, probably. And then they announced that they were going to fix the Yeti in Animal Kingdom. Following that, they told us that about a whole bunch of Marvel stuff, including like Start's Flight Lab, a whole Spider-Man world where there's a spider coaster being destroyed by spider bots that went haywire. Also, they're starting this little web club. So yeah, Spider-Man roller coaster coming. That's going to be cool. And then you get a whole new Marvel Land in another park. Yeah, so a lot of that, a lot of Marvel stuff. The whole weekend, a lot of Marvel stuff. You can even be a part of the adventure as you go into, hang on, it's coming. Here it is. The Infinity Defense, it's coming soon, and you get to be a part of it. So there you go. That's the next attraction. Then John Stamos came out to talk about some stuff we might care about here. Harrison Ford introduced himself and said, hey, I'm the new model for the actual Indiana Jones ride, which is going to be called Indiana Jones and the Myth of the Jade Serpent. Snakes. Why is it always snakes? Then they talked about the new carousel that's going into Tropical Americas and showed us all the cute little ride vehicles on the carousel based on animals from the Disney universe. Then they talked about Encanto and told us the ride name is Antonio's Fiesta de Encanto, which obviously is about Antonio, who has a bunch of animals because he talks to animals. Then they showed us these ride vehicles made out of wood. Then they talked about Coco coming as an attraction, and it's a boat ride that you get to ride through, and not at Walt Disney World, though. And then they talked about the French Lion King ride, which is just like Tiana's Bayou, except it's going to have Scar and Simba fighting each other. And then Fix-It Felix came out to talk about the new Tokyo attraction, Sugar Rush Sweet Rescue. I think it was Tokyo. And then Cars came on, 20 Years of Cars. We talked about Piston Peak National Park. They showed us the map of the park. It looks cool. And then there's another ride where the crazy bus lady makes you spin around in circles. They're calling a Ridge Run Rally, the ride where you race through the adventure. And then they announced the new TV show, Cars Lightning Racers, for kids. And Sheryl Crow sang her new song that was being released for that cartoon. And then Cruise Line announced they're going to build a 13th ship. And then they got the ship Believe coming on with its bow going to be Tinkerbell, and on the stern it's going to be Buzz and Woody, and in the center is Moana. They're also building a 3rd class of ship, which is in the middle of the big class and the little class. Then they talked about Monstropolis, the City Frightful, a new show called Welcome to Monstropolis. And then, of course, Harryhausen's We All Want It, We All Need Some Sushi. So let's go get some weird monster sushi. Then they showed us a video of the new Doors attraction. And then they couldn't be creative, so they just called the new land Villains Land and showed us some mock-ups of some of the villains that will be coming there. And they showed us this slide for the new roller coaster, Maleficent themed, and a new boat ride where you go into the underworld of the villains. And then Cruella was all jealous she didn't have a ride, and so she came out and said, make me a ride too. So we might see a ride, Cruella based. And then Beck came out and sang a horrible rendition of Cruella de Vil. Then they announced that Tomorrowland would be revamped at Disneyland because the People Mover is obviously dead. And then the best announcement of the night is that Figment and the Dreamfinder are teamed up again at Epcot. So they're going to finally get it back to its roots and bring the Dreamfinder back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all our socials to stay in the know.